Hey, where are we at? Where are we at? Let me put my glasses back on before I make a mistake. What day is it? Yes, I like to have. Yeah, there we go. 2/8/2024, which means it's Thursday tomorrow. You'd think it was my album. It's not. It's not. I'm just on it, but I am really looking forward to the public response. And of course, nothing will necessarily happen tomorrow except people can access it. But the David Nance and Mowed sound comes out tomorrow. New release Friday tomorrow. It's not even my record. I'm just in the band. But I'm super excited. I'm excited for David too. And because I'm rehearsing the songs every day on piano, because I want to be able to play well, the songs are in my head now, even more so than when we recorded them. And I like the album a lot. I really like David. Excited for him and myself. Actually, I share in it. They're going to be going out on the road. I'm not. I have mixed feelings about it, but it's the choice that I make because I don't. Again, if he gets an offer that's decent for Mode Sound to tour, I'll go. But it needs to be decent. And at our level, well, my level anyway, at his level, which I assume, not assume, but we're pretty close. We're pretty indie. We'll see. So in the comments this morning, there's one that I'll, hey, Dereck, can you show us your Edgar Broughton collection? Now, I really want to have fun with this because it seems like it would be a fairly safe assumption that I might have some Edgar Broughton because they're on Harvest and because of my interest in British rock and all that stuff. But the truth of the matter is Edgar Broughton is below what I like. I have never bought their records because the band is kind of crappy. I like, they really are. They're rough. The main thing I like about them is their involvement in the history with that song Out Demons Out. That means a lot to me. If someone gave me Edgar Broughton records, I'd happily accept them. I have not seen Edgar Broughton albums in the used section for years. I can't remember the last time I saw one to have the chance to buy one. If I saw Edgar Broughton records now used at a decent price, would I buy one? Probably. But musically, they've never they don't make the cut. They don't make the Higgins cut. Okay. Now let me keep going because I'm human, and so some will say, "Well, you're inconsistent." Well, yeah, because I'm a human. So, for example, the brashness of Edgar Broughton's music has never. Well, like I said, I'd have some if I could ever come across some cheap. I've got some songs by the band on different compilations. But it made me think of this band that is similar from the same time period where I looked for these records. This is not an original with the fold out. I looked forever and never could get one, but the Deviants, McFerrin, they come to mind when you bring up Edgar Broughton Band. Right? Dirty hippies, revolutionaries, people causing, out there in the streets, raising Cain. This is like Edgar Broughton. It's basic rock and roll. These guys are not great musicians. It's about being music of the times, if anything. That's what Edgar Broughton brought to mind. I love this cover, and if I could add an original with the fold out, would I still? Yeah, I would. This is landmark album design. I have both of their albums. Well, I have two. I don't know if they have more, but I have the two main ones because I was able to find them as reissues at a decent price. And I don't play these records much, but they're important with regard to the history. And I also make a parallel comparison between the Deviants and MC5 regarding how they were, like I said, doing a lot of stuff, socially conscious stuff. There you go. There you go. So I'm going to be watching on and off the news today. You all know what's going on regarding Colorado. I make no predictions because we live in a time when everything is upside down and things that should happen or things that would be for the benefit of people just never happen. They don't. So I have no prediction about what the outcome will be today. Could be very disappointing. It could be. When I grabbed the Deviants records, this was next to them. And it's interesting. I do notice that, when I show certain records, it might be because of circumstance, but it seems like I'll show certain things, and then the next thing you know, I'll see people listening to that artist, whereas I hadn't been seeing him. And that happened yesterday with the Matt Johnson. I showed that album and got people going. Well, here's another related album, Deux, two girls, Silence and Wisdom. This is hard to find. This is an original. I will say that about this. This is hard to find. It's been reissued. Look it up. This is two fellas in drag. Those aren't women. And Matt Johnson plays on this. This is fantastic. It's got that dreamy Twilight Zone kind of feel to it. I love this album. Highly recommend this if you can find. This is just what I try to make music like this in my own way at times. I don't try to copy them, but this sort of dream world. That's the best way I can describe it. Yesterday, these are the records I played, okay, that I can show. Now, if you see this bill, I had posted a Guru album in the groups yesterday, but I never actually ended up playing it. And the reason why I showed it was, I'll give you some credit if you like, but the honest reason why I posted that album was because of another post in the 60s, 70s music group out of Brazil. I'm fascinated. The people in Brazil ended up with a lot of really collectible psychedelic and rock albums because they just got dumped down there when they didn't sell here in America. So these folks all over South America, these collectors have amazing collections, to me, of stuff that I can't find. So that's where the Guru came from. And I was watching a little bit of TV yesterday. So I watched Bevan, the drummer. I watched a recent interview with him on BRP, or I don't need to give these folks, but you know what I'm talking about. It's one of the more prominent guys who does, he talks to everybody. Everybody appears on this channel. And he was talking about his favorite records to have played on, and he mentioned this. And so I pulled it. I don't have all their albums, but this one I have. This is real good. And it's right. It goes from the blues through, I just had the word. It's like an English sort of thing. This is really good. It really is. It's just a great album. more rocking than pop, like some of their other stuff. Shazam. And the other thing that I played that I can share with you, and then I will mention Fourth Dimension, because that's I just have the first taste, but this will go right into it. Sunn. When I'm in the mood, I like the way this feels on my body. Number one, I turn it up. The tones. This is life metal. Isn't that a beautiful cover? I used 4 different paintings by a particular artist for this. Well chosen. This is actually gets to the point where it's beautiful. I forget which side it was that I listened to 2 sides of the 4. And one side develops to the point where you hear some drums and other instruments besides the droning guitars. And it undulates slowly, but the chord changes are beautiful. Sunn, got to see them live, and that was a show where I wanted to meet them, but it got late, and it was during the week, and I couldn't stay. I didn't stay for the whole show. It was very good, though. So the latest thing that I've received to review, I can give an initial right away. I might even endeavor to play this. Fourth Dimension is up to good stuff as a label. This is a new 2024 published release. Fallen Sun, Beyond the Flat Earth. That is quite a graphic, and I'm noticing the beautiful presentation, that high gloss paper. This is getting into the territory of, I will mention Merzbow. This is noise. This is sound. This is noise work. Okay, I'm gonna actually endeavor to put on a little bit. Can you hear my computer? Don't go. Check this out. Yeah. Take that over Taylor Swift any day, people. Okay, this is my second listen to this first track. The person, related person, I looked up some information about this. The woman that makes this music, this is out of the Middle East, I think, and she's using modular synthesizer and Ableton, and it's okay. It moves further from there. Let me go ahead and take this off. I like that, but just as a contrast, just to kind of to kind of make a point about where am I at musically. This sort of thing is much more my home base than regular commercial entertainment. I would much rather, in most situations, be exposed to real art like this. And it's not just an attitude. I actually, it engages me. There's something there. It's stimulating. And I was sounding good. I mean, she had that synthesizer bubbling. Cheers, Fourth Dimension. Good label. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Hope things are well with everyone with this crazy weather and the flooding and the mudslides and everything else going on in this world. And I'll just make this quick mention because some of you might be surprised I even mentioned it, but I got up this morning listening on the radio. NPR mentioned how Mojo Nixon, that indie musician, passed away yesterday. Actually, went to see Mojo Nixon and Skid Roper when they were hot back in the '80s. Didn't make it till they played. The opening act sucked so bad. I forget who it was. You know, that's not my style. I was able to get a free ticket, so I went. Spotted Mojo Nixon, just hanging around. So the music, for my taste, sucked so bad. I said to myself, well, I got to see Mojo Nixon, so I'm leaving. Rest in peace, Mojo. Okay, folks, stay in touch with me.